Hi everyone, welcome to another live here at HEN. HEN stands for Her Entrepreneurial Network. It is a community of women entrepreneurs focused to inspire, inform, and support each other to build successful businesses alongside leading balanced lives. I'm Harsha. I'm the founder of an all natural, fragrance free skincare brand called Remember. And today I'm absolutely excited to share this space with an other founder of a skincare brand, however, a little different, Bhavna Garg, the founder of MINIWINI.
Hi Harsha, thanks for inviting me.
Hi, Bhavna. Lovely to have you here and absolutely excited to talk about a skincare journey from a fellow entrepreneur, and would love to understand how you are bringing about a category change of selling something like a waterless skincare product, right? So I think I'm very excited to hear your entire story, and I'm sure the audience would love to hear this new concept of waterless skincare.
Yeah, I'm excited too to share this waterless product because waterless doesn't mean it is a dry shampoo or dry body wash. It is a normal shampoo and body wash but without water in it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that entire statement that you just made needs, in fact, a lot of talking between us.
Hmm.
I think let's start from the beginning, right? Like, what was this entire idea, and how did it even come into being? Because no one ever thinks of shampoo without water, or say, any other product, especially skincare without water. So, what was it for you to come up with the idea, and what's the
Hmm.
journey to till you launched Mini Winnie?
Yeah. So, Harsha, I am from Delhi and I belong to advertising. I have worked for many years for skincare brands. But मैंने कभी ये notice नहीं किया कि what's the main ingredient in those products. Until
Right.
day I found out myself while attending a workshop of shampoo making. So I was selling handmade soap back in 2022 on Amazon, and I wanted to increase my range of products. So for that, I thought I should start learning shampoo making as well. And in that webinar, I realized, not even realized, that I was told that you have to mix 80% of water in few ingredients to make a
Huh.
shampoo. I was not convinced
Right.
with the recipe. Yeah, I was not convinced. I asked why are we adding so much water? Even a little less will do. But no, the main ingredient is water, and I
Correct.
confirmed it by watching lots of videos on YouTube that this is the right way to make a shampoo. And if you try, if you want to try yourself, you can check the very first ingredient on your bottles. So what we
Correct.
really check nowadays is we ignore the first ingredient. We check other few, like what essential oils are there. If it is
Correct.
paraben free, is it sulfate free or not. We never
Hmm.
check the
Hmm.
very first ingredient, which is the in the highest quantity, which is aqua or purified
Correct.
water if we done
Correct.
sometimes. That's the moment when I realized itna sara pani dal ke we are making products, but why? Is there any benefit we are getting from it? But it is not giving you any benefit. Water is just
Hmm.
plain simple drinking water. If you drink it, you get hydration, but if you apply on your skin, it just evaporates from your skin. It doesn't give you any nutrient. So should we replace it with a better alternative or what? So this is how the thought process started.
Wow. So basically, you were you were trying to expand your already existing business of soaps, etc., and
Hmm.
you wanted to get in more SKUs, of course, like any other entrepreneur would think.
Hmm.
Um, so was there some the reason you chose water is because you understood that 80% of the formulation of any product is water.
Hmm.
So for
Yeah.
then, how did you then get to talking to, once the idea was launched? Now
Hmm.
I'm sure now you want to build this into a brand. How was it for you to talk to people about this waterless product in terms of the formulation, and how did that entire formulation journey then come across?
Yeah, so as I told you, I wanted to learn and make, but since
Huh.
nobody was there to teach me a concept which I was
Hmm.
looking for, so I had to contact some manufacturers. But manufacturers
Hmm.
also denied, saying that this is the exact formula We can play
Huh.
with other ingredients. If you want to remove this and add that, we can do that. But water is the main ingredient, and that's the
Yeah.
point. Why is it the main ingredient? It gives you nothing. So it all, it all kept on going for a few months. I At some point of time, I also got convinced कि हो ही नहीं सकता शायद ऐसे. But
Correct.
uh, finally, we met a manufacturer. He said we can give it a thought, but not exactly aloe vera was our first idea. We
Yeah.
started iterating with powder shampoos, like the waterless ones we currently know, powders. We tried making those, and we sent few samples to friends and family, and you will not uh, believe me. Out of, I think we sent out 10 samples. Out of those, only two uh, you know gave some time to mix the powders in the water and
Right.
make the formula. They were like,
Right.
one of them said, I will need a maid to mix this and prepare it for me. किसी का बना ही नहीं ठीक से, बहुत ज़्यादा लिक्विडी हो गया, कुछ
Right.
हो गया. Then we tried working around the powder ones, which you just rub on your scalp and wash it.
Correct.
That was not very convenient for people. उनको लोग People are used to you know use a normal shampoo. They need
Correct.
that
Correct.
product जिससे तुमको एक satisfactory cleansing मिलेगी, and they don't want to change their style of bathing.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. No one likes to
their
break a
habit,
habit.
without changing their habit, the challenge was to introduce a new concept. The challenge was to keep the habit same, yet to be a sustainable product, and as natural as
Yeah.
possible. So the
Correct. Got it.
challenges were many.
Very interesting, Bhavna. I know this journey because I've been through this journey myself as a skincare formulator, right? Like how
Mm.
difficult it is to get a formulation out that is not accepted by most of the manufacturers um, in the industry today. So this was like, I
Mm.
think, a revolutionary step that you've taken in your journey and bringing this to a market. Now, having said that, now you have your formulation in place, you found a manufacturer. um, how was it to now, in a market like India, jahan pe there's not too much of people who are talking about waterless shampoo, for example.
Yes.
How has that journey been for you? If you could be very candid and tell us and tell our
Yeah.
viewers, how was it for you?
So the challenges have been since the beginning. पहले convince करना कि we should make something like that. Then finding a perfect ingredient as a replacement of water. So finally we fixed on replacing it with aloe vera and glycerine. Now aloe vera is also 90% water, but even 98% water, but nutrient rich water. And now the biggest challenge is to explain to people that why you should switch to an aloe based product. Now they are ready to accept new actives being introduced in market every day, but they don't want to try a product which is based on an age old trusted plant. So this is the biggest challenge, aloe vera q. Even we have spoken to few investors,
Hmm.
and some of them have literally said that you should go to Korea or some other country and figure out a new ingredient which can, be very massive in India. कि एक नया कुछ ingredient है, you should try that. Don't
Oh, interesting.
go with aloe vera on that level. But why not an age old accepted ingredient जिसके
Yeah.
अंदर ऑलरेडी इतने सारे एक्टिव्स है, आप एडिशनल एक्टिव्स डाल रहे हैं. इंस्टेड
Correct.
एलोवेरा में ही बहुत सारे एक्टिव्स हैं. So एक ये
Correct.
challenge है. Second is waterless itself. So
Hmm.
with
Hmm.
waterless, what people understand is a dry shampoo. But
Yeah, I wanted to in fact talk to
shampoo,
you about that.
dry
There's
shampoo
this
is not for
entire
everyday
trend
use.
of dry shampoo,
Yes.
right?
So dry
Yeah.
shampoo is not for your everyday use. You cannot clean your hair as well as you do with a
As a
normal shampoo.
shampoo, a real shampoo, yeah.
So
This is just like a make do method for one of the days when you have a bad headache
you are
and you don't
traveling,
have
or
the time
yes, you
and
just
then you
spray
apply
or
a
use
dry
water
shampoo.
powder.
हाँ,
Yeah, थोड़ा
हाँ,
grease हटाना है, but आपको एक normal cleansing किससे मिलेगी? Normal shampoo से.
correct,
So
correct,
waterless as a term is a barrier for us right now. That's why we
right.
coined the term zero water formula.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and also we call our product shampoo paste and body wash paste because they are three times concentrated paste. Now, this is another challenge because people, when they look at the size of the product, which
It's
is 100
very,
grams of tube,
yeah,
yeah, it is 100 grams of tube, and when they see the price, they compare it with your 100 ml shampoo. But it is
makes
since
sense.
it is
Yeah.
three times concentrated, that means one
Mm.
tube of mini winnie is equivalent to 300 ml shampoos. So
Wow.
it lasts three times longer. So the pricing is based on that. Also, the pricing is also a bit higher. I won't say it's very high क्योंकि इस range के काफी अच्छे shampoos people are already buying and using. But
Correct.
because water based shampoos में cheap ingredient है सबसे ज़्यादा, which is water. ठीक है, अब आपका
Mm,
80%
mm.
सिर्फ पानी है, and पानी is the cheapest ingredient you can
Correct.
use.
You're right.
अभी इतना
Yeah.
cheap है, आगे future में नहीं रहेगा. ठीक है,
Correct.
so पानी पानी की इतनी कॉस्ट नहीं है, बट एलोवेरा एक्सट्रैक्ट्स की है. दे आर एक्सपेंसिव.
Hmm.
राइट नाउ
Hmm.
also being a small brand, our MAQs are small, so packaging, production, everything, it costs much higher than
Correct.
if you do it in bulk. So as we will scale, we will rethink about the rework on the price. But these are the few challenges which are really
Yeah.
not allowing us to to play in that scale.
So you're saying that India as a market is not ready yet for a product
Yes.
that you've launched. But I see Bhavna just saying, like, I've lived in the US. So dry shampoo came years back, right?
Yes.
But in India, the trend is Abhi.
Abhi.
I mean,
Right.
right? So I know that what you are formulating, it's just about how much awareness around it we can spread together and how much mini
Mm.
winnie can noise, and it would become India's first,
Yeah.
waterless or zero water based formulation,
Yeah.
and people would really appreciate the empathy and the thought that it's coming from, which I could definitely hear when you were talking. Um,
And
so because you're forming this entire sustainable, like you're not using water in your products, etc., could you also tell us, is there anything that in this space of sustainability that has started from home itself, as a family, is there something that you bring together to
mm,
talk about sustainability?
yes, very much. I am uh, very much plastic conscious. I don't really settle for lot of plastics in daily use. Like if I have to buy vegetables, I do carry one big thela.
Hmm.
I try to tell sabzi walas ki don't give me all that little plastics. Just put everything in one. If the it's like if it is a lady finger तो एक ही में डाल दो, उसके साथ और तीन चार डाल दो. We don't take bottled water in restaurant. Even ऐसा हो गया है, those who refuse to give us their RO water, we don't sit and eat there. We just move on. We don't go there.
Got it.
Car is EV. I am driving an EV car, and मेरे घर में भी you won't find many plastic containers. We don't order food online. सबसे बड़ा चेंज हमारी लाइफस्टाइल, मतलब चेंज भी नहीं, हमने कभी अडाप्ट ही नहीं किया था. वी डोंट ऑर्डर फूड ऑनलाइन, नेवर एवर, बिकॉज प्लास्टिक इज माई बिगेस्ट एनिमी. बट ट्यूब्स में हमारे
That's
प्लास्टिक आ गया बिकॉज हमारे पास कोई और ऑप्शन नहीं था. आई ट्राइड अ
right.
लॉट कि हमको एल्यूमिनियम ट्यूब्स पे जाना चाहिए बिकॉज एल्यूमिनियम ट्यूब्स आर राइट नाउ वेरी मच इन ट्रेंड abroad. So we
Hmm.
tried many times to get our products filled in aluminum tubes, but there were many challenges. One, the
Yeah.
product is thick. It is
Yeah.
in paste form. So while dispensing, it takes bit, you know, it is little harder
Sometimes.
to dispense.
Yeah.
Yes, and sometimes those aluminum tubes even can get punctured and some product can come out.
Yeah.
Also,
Correct.
aluminum can react with some of the ingredients. So
Yeah. I
we
was just going to
it
say that.
also
Yeah.
reduces the it also lessens the shelf life of the product.
Got it.
तो इसलिए we were not able to go ahead with aluminum tubes or glass jars. तो it's a disaster in bathroom if you give products in
Yeah.
glass jars. तो टूट गया तो गए. So
Correct.
there was no other option left for us, but the tubes are recyclable. And
Right.
and you were talking about US. Yes, already concentrates are in trend in US, and I am hopeful. in coming few years, India will also wake up to this trend. But right now,
I
India
am
is just
sure.
enjoying new actives every day being introduced in different skincare products. आपको जरूरत है या
Yeah.
नहीं है, but there is a new ingredient in market. You just go ahead with it.
I resonate with that completely, Bhavna. Bhavna, I was looking at your website before we got onto this live, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sure if this is something that a lot of viewers also have. So I understand your shampoo is a paste, and you did
Yes.
mention that this can then become I travel friendly. You can keep it anywhere. Um, is this habit changing for the audience? What I understood is you take the paste and then do you have to do some DIY? If you could
No.
explain how to use your product,
No.
I think that will be great.
The only change of habit is taking a mindful quantity of the product, because it is
Hmm.
a thick paste. So, normal shampoo, you take a handful of shampoo, like you just pour it, जितना मन करा
Correct.
उतना
You
ले
pump
लिया
it.
भर
हाँ.
लिया, and then देखेंगे कितना है. हमारा
Correct.
product, when you take toothpaste, you were told, when toothpaste was being promoted years ago, it was shown in advertisements कि brush पे पूरी कितनी लंबी line होनी चाहिए, and that's how
Correct.
you use your toothpaste. But now what dentists tell that you should
Yes.
take just a pea size, because
Pea
उसका वो
size of
एनिमल
it.
को खराब करता है. या सो
Correct.
अगर आप शैम्पू भी इतनी सारी क्वांटिटी में यूज कर रहे हो इतने सालों से, इमेजिन उसके अंदर जो भी सल्फेट्स थे, अभी तो हमने बहुत सालों से सल्फेट्स यूज किए थे ना पहले, सल्फेट्स थे या
Correct.
जो भी केमिकल्स थे, दे वर गेटिंग
Correct.
इनसाइड योर बॉडी इन बिग क्वांटिटीज. अब नाउ हमारा प्रोडक्ट ऐसा है कि एक तो वो थिक है तो डिस्पेंस भी कम होता है. सो यू
Hmm.
माइट हैव टू टेक इट ट्वाइस. छोटा सा, लाइक यू हैव टू डिस्पेंस अ लिटिल बिट एंड देन मिक्स लिटिल वाटर इन योर हैंड, जस्ट इन योर हैंड.
Oh,
आप जैसे नॉर्मल शैम्पू को भी करते हो, पानी मिक्स करते
correct.
हो हैंड
Yeah.
में,
Correct.
जस्ट लेदर इट एंड अप्लाई, rub
Oh,
it and
wow.
rinse it. That's it. You don't have to play with the product at all. आपको कुछ इसके अंदर साइंस नहीं लगानी है.
So no DIY ki powder format mein aa gaya and
नहीं.
you're doing it. Brilliant. We have a question from Gunjan Bhavna. A
हम्म.
disruption in the behavior pattern of Indians will be needed, and that can be challenging and exciting journey. It's exactly what I think you and I spoke about. And she's asking whether waterless shampoo, if it works, is it hygienic? I think
Absolutely,
that's yeah.
absolutely. Even better, because our the surfactants we are using are coconut based, so they are mild on your scalp. So what our customers have seen that I even we don't claim about dandruff control and hair fall control, but they themselves they have noticed that within few uses of our product their dandruff has control. Even after 10 days or so it has completely gone, because the
Right. Oh,
product has, the basic ingredients are so strong. अब उसके अंदर मैं थोड़ा सा रोजमेरी अगर डाल देती हूँ, it just adds some value. But जब
so
base
when
इतना strong है
hmm,
तो it keep the scalp health in place. It will not, you know, play around with your pH. हमारा, आप मानोगे नहीं, पानी का pH ज्यादा होता है, एलोवेरा का कम होता है.
that is true. I know it because a
या
formulator, but
सो
yeah.
आपकी स्कैल्प आपकी स्किन को क्या बेटर है, पानी है कि एलोवेरा है? सो द पीएच लेवल इज इटसेल्फ इट स्पीक्स. सो हाइजीन का
So
तो
your base
100%
is
भी आप.
basically aloe vera instead of water.
Yes, that's what I'm
Interesting.
telling you. So
Yeah, very
water is a
interesting.
solvent. You mix ingredients in water. Like
Yeah.
आप अगर कोई concentrate आप टैंग बनाते हो,
Hmm.
right? You mix that powder in water and drink it. So ऐसे ही शैम्पू है, पानी में वो ingredients मिलाते हैं and then the liquid shampoo is there.
Got it. Very, very cool. Ruchi is also asking us. So, what are the some things that you're doing? Like, of course, you're educating me and of all the audience about why not water, why aloe vera, why not too many actives, etc. But what are the some things that, as a brand, you're doing to educate your potential customers? Um, and what did it take for you to get your first set of customers?
Yeah. So the first set of customers, they came from one of our carousel ad in which the first page was just saying all shampoos are 80% water. Okay, and
Wow.
then gradually we unfolded the exact formula, not exact formula, but the exact replacement, that which is aloe vera, and a bit about it. So for 1 month or so, we were getting negative comments on it.
Ah.
I don't have any problem with water in my shampoo. It doesn't harm me. Water is harmless. So ये तो नहीं कह सकते कि सल्फेट्स को जब विलन बनाया इंडस्ट्री ने कि सल्फेट्स तो कैंसर कॉजिंग है, सल्फेट तो ये करता है। अब वाटर को तो हम नहीं विलन बना सकते ना कि भैया वाटर से आपको कैंसर हो
Wow,
जाएगा, राइट?
that
सो
is
वी आर
so
जस्ट सिंपली सेइंग कि वाटर से आपको बेनिफिट नहीं मिलता। ओके, सो लोगों ने काफी कमेंट्स करते थे, आर कराउजल इज लाइक अ बिग केस स्टडी फॉर अस। उस पे इतने कमेंट्स
wow.
कि वाटरलेस पाउडर्स है मार्केट में, वी डोंट वांट योर प्रोडक्ट। सी क्लैरिटी नहीं थी। एंड देन एलोवेरा, एलोवेरा से ही क्या हो जाएगा, एलोवेरा तो मैं घर में भी लगा लूंगा। ओके, इट इज अ मार्केटिंग गिमिक, इससे कुछ नहीं होगा। पेस्ट से क्या होगा, पेस्ट तो बहुत सारा लगाना पड़ेगा। देयर इज क्यूरियोसिटी कि 100 ग्राम के प्रोडक्ट कितना ही चलेगा, इट इज अ स्मॉल प्रोडक्ट, नहीं
Correct.
चलेगा, प्राइस बहुत ज्यादा है, ये सब। सो ऑल दैट वाज देयर। And after, I think from second month onwards, we started getting reviews on that. First few customers who bought our product, they started giving reviews on the same ad that मेरा डैंड्रफ कंट्रोल हो गया। एंड आप मानोगे नहीं, मुझे उस कस्टमर से ही पता चला कि इससे डैंड्रफ ठीक होता है। हमने, हमारे पास इतना बजट नहीं है कि हम क्लिनिकल स्टडीज कराएंगे डैंड्रफ के लिए। सो हमारे कस्टमर्स ने ही हमको बताया, बहुत सारे कस्टमर्स ने हमको ये बताया कि और किसी शैम्पू से हमारा डैंड्रफ ठीक नहीं हुआ, एंटी डैंड्रफ शैम्पू से भी ठीक नहीं हुआ, बट इससे हुआ। व्हाई? फिर वे वेंट बैक टू आवर फॉर्मुलेटर कि
Yeah.
क्या इंग्रेडिएंट है जो सॉल्व कर रहा है। ही हिमसेल्फ सेड दैट मैम, बेस में हमने जो डाला है, इट आल्सो, इट इज द बेस्ट थिंग वर्किंग फॉर योर स्किन ना।
This
सो
is so cool. So basically, your negative, your one campaign, wherein the comments were filled with negative comments,
यस।
but the people who did want to still try something new in the market, that's maybe an impulse buy, I would say, in a way कि कुछ नया
यस,
try करना है.
हाँ, कि कुछ नया ट्राई करते हैं। देन लोगों ने हमें बताया कि although we knew but we never claimed। मुझे ये था
Hmm.
कि वी शुड नॉट ओवर क्लेम। नई लोगों को समझ आया तो क्या करेंगे, इट्स अ न्यू फॉर्मेट, हमें भी नहीं पता, हमने कोई
Correct.
1 साल तक ट्राई नहीं किया था। हमने
Correct.
1 महीने 2 महीने का यूज करके वी लॉन्च्ड।
Hmm.
लोगों ने
Hmm.
हमें बताया कि हमें मॉइस्चराइजर की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती है इस बॉडी वॉश के बाद, हमें कंडीशनर की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती है, मेरे स्कैल्प में ये हुआ, मेरी स्किन में कोई सोराइसिस का पेशेंट था, उन्होंने बोला मुझे जनरली कुछ इम्पोर्टेड ब्रांड्स ही सूट करते हैं आपके, मैं डर्मा टेस्टेड लिखा था, मुझे कहीं से मिला था। वी वर सैम्पलिंग आवर ट्रैवल किट्स, तो उसमें बॉडी वॉश में
Sure.
डर्मा टेस्टेड लिखा था। ही ट्राइड और उसको सूट किया। तो ये
Wow.
हमें कस्टमर्स ने बताया, एंड देन वी स्टार्टेड क्लेमिंग, नॉट फुल फ्लेजेड,
Okay.
प्रोडक्ट पे नहीं लिखा है, बट वी समवेयर वी मेंशन इन आवर
Makes
लिस्टिंग्स,
sense.
हमारी एड्स
Yeah.
में कि ये कस्टमर ने बताया
So
है।
you're getting social proof for the product that you've made, and then
या,
the social proofing has helped you
यस।
then garner more customers to the brand, right?
ऑल्सो,
But Bhavna, yeah,
या, सो एक्चुअली हमारी फैमिली, मी, माय हस्बैंड, माय किड्स एंड माय मदर इन लॉ, वी ऑल आर यूजिंग मिनी विनी ओनली फॉर लास्ट 1 ईयर। तो वी आर ऑल्सो प्रूफ कि हमने कुछ और नहीं लिया, यूज किया। वी आर यूजिंग जस्ट मिनी विनी, एंड यू कैन सी कि हमारे प्रोडक्ट्स एक्चुअली किड्स के लिए भी सेफ हैं। सिक्स
oh,
प्लस एंड above, they are
interesting.
safe for them। हाँ, being a mother and being a homemaker prior to this, my other goal was कि एक फैमिली फ्रेंडली प्रोडक्ट होना चाहिए। ये नहीं है कि हर किसी के लिए एक नया प्रोडक्ट आ रहा है, ये इसको सूट नहीं कर रहा है, वो उसको सूट नहीं कर रहा है। एक फैमिली फ्रेंडली प्रोडक्ट हमने बनाया है।
So basically, you buy one paste of yours, and then every person in your family can use it. And that 100 grams is actually equivalent to 300 ml, is what you're
राइट,
saying. Sapna does say this is very informative. So, Bhavna, yes, there are people who are listening to your story and trying to
राइट।
understand how to use Mini Mini more. One question, Bhavna, because this comes from a founder, right? Sometimes when you see all of this happening, um, you know, what was that conviction, ki I want to keep going still, because somewhere you saw that India's not ready for this. But as a founder, what's that conviction in you ki nahi, ye, I want to do it, and whenever this happens, I'll still be the first pioneer to start this.
दिस आई हैव टू थिंक एवरी डे टू कीप गोइंग। मतलब ये सोच के मैं सुबह उठती हूँ कि नहीं करना है, क्योंकि सी वी आर नॉट फॉलोइंग एनी ट्रेंड। जो ट्रेंड बेस्ड
Yeah.
प्रोडक्ट्स बनाते हैं ना, कि आज नायासिनामाइड चल रहा है तो सबने नायासिनामाइड बना दिया। व्हाट इफ 2 साल बाद लोगों को उसके साइड इफेक्ट्स दिखने लगेंगे? अभी रेटनॉल एंड एचए बीएचए के साथ हो रहा है ये, आप इंडिया में भी
Yes.
अब मुझे दिखने लगा है, बट इट इज अ ट्रेंड इन यूएस। अभी जो करंट
Yes.
ट्रेंड है वो है स्किन फटीग। What is
You're right.
the
Yeah.
overuse of these actives is causing skin fatigue to people. So
Yeah.
people are literally stopping usage of these products. अब मेरे प्रोडक्ट में ना ऐसा नहीं है कुछ भी कि उनको हार्म करेगा, तो व्हाई
Yeah.
शुड आई स्टॉप? एक दिन ऐसा आएगा जब लोगों को स्किन रीसेट का समझ आएगा. सो स्किन रीसेट इज अ न्यू टर्म वी आर यूजिंग दैट, बिकॉज हमने देखा हमारे कस्टमर्स का स्कैल्प रीसेट हो गया, स्किन रीसेट हो गया. तो
Hmm.
स्किन रीसेट इज गोइंग टू बी द नेक्स्ट बिग ट्रेंड विदाउट इंट्रोड्यूसिंग
Right.
एनी न्यू एक्टिव.
Okay, there are a few of us here in the room. Ruchi is also asking if you could. I know skin fatigue, but there are people in the room. If you could talk a little bit, what exactly is skin fatigue in a layman language?
So if you use a lot of active-based products on daily basis, like now you are introduced to say peptides, and
Ha.
आपने you have started using peptides without even knowing कि मुझे किस टाइम करना है, किस टाइम नहीं
Yeah.
करना है, या फिर
Yeah.
should I use other products with it or not, या फिर ये मेरी स्किन के लिए है या नहीं है. In any case, if it starts showing your skin starts showing symptoms of, you know, mishandling, आपने mishandle किया
Hmm.
है skin को,
Hmm.
it starts
Hmm.
showing no results to any treatment you are taking,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
your dermat और किसी भी एक नए product से आपको allergy लग रही है, it is a skin fatigue symbol,
Correct.
sign. So the best thing to do is stop using all those products. Just
Yeah.
clean and hydrate your skin. That's it. कुछ और नहीं
Absolutely.
करना चाहिए. तो that's where our products fit in properly. आपको एक्स्ट्रा कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है. बेसिक नीड आपकी ज़्यादा अच्छे से फुलफिल हो रही है.
Absolutely agreed. I believe in the same. In fact, Remember also stands with the same concept. Like there's too
Hmm.
much of actives going on. There are
Yes.
dermats who also are talking about if there's something that's happening, stop all the actives, just do your cleansing, moisturizing sunscreen, and you'll see
Yes.
results. Actual mein.
Exactly. Exactly.
So Bhavna, last two questions before we wind up, but I would
Hmm.
love to understand like what Ruchi is asking. How did you learn about the nuances of this business, right? I understand that you were already doing the soap business, but
Hmm.
what's this journey been like for you with MINIWINI?
So business I did only for 6 months क्योंकि
Hmm.
बहुत इनिशियली मुझे समझ आ गया था देयर इज नथिंग न्यू इन दिस, सो आई डोंट
Correct.
वांट टू कंटिन्यू विद इट. सो the first thing I realized was something new is required in the market every now and then only you will get noticed. But
Hmm.
when I started mini winnie, the biggest thing I learned was इतना भी न्यू नहीं होना चाहिए कि मार्केट रेडी ना हो. ठीक है. सो राइट नाउ यू नो व्हाट
That's
इज
really
हैपनिंग
candid. Yeah.
व्हेन आप समझो, जब कोई भी एक नया इंग्रेडिएंट आता है, हाउ डज इट गेट फेमस? उसके ऊपर
Hmm.
इतना फंड लगाया जाता है. इत, आपको हर इन्फ्लुएंसर उस इंग्रेडिएंट के बारे में बात करता हुआ दिखेगा, हर डर्मेट दिखेगा, आपको हर मार्केट प्लेसेस पे सिर्फ वही प्रोडक्ट की एड दिखेगी. ठीक है, मेटा पे आपको सिर्फ वही एड्स दिखेंगे. एंड देन आपकी सारी मार्केट प्लेसेस के कीवर्ड्स ही उसके अराउंड होंगे. एंड
Interesting. Yeah,
हमारे
that's
प्रोडक्ट
true.
में, एंड व्हेन आवर प्रोडक्ट डज नॉट हैव दोस एचए बीएचए रेटिनॉल पेप्टाइड एंड everything else which is being sold on other marketplaces, then how will you get people, you know,
Yeah.
to buy your product? उनको वो सोचना ही नहीं है अभी. एंड दिस इज द बिगेस्ट लर्निंग ऑफ माई लाइफ कि ट्रेंड्स अगर चल रहे हैं, यू कैन नॉट प्ले अराउंड विद समथिंग न्यू without funds. But we are committed to go bootstrapped only. We have spoken with few
Wow.
investors. काफी investors ने खुद हम में interest लिया. Initially when we launched, even biggest um, investment firms, they approached us for mini winnie.
Wow. So you were approached. Wow. Interesting. Yeah.
Yes, many times. So
That's amazing.
but gradually we realized कि हमें अभी funding नहीं चाहिए, because we cannot go with lots of funds in, you know, putting so much pressure on एलोवेरा बेस, क्योंकि एलोवेरा कहीं नहीं जाने वाला है. एलोवेरा की बेनिफिट सबको पता है, बट इट्स नॉट द राइट टाइम टू डिविएट पीपल फ्रॉम द अदर इंग्रेडिएंट्स. बट अभी उसका आई कैन सी इन couple of years a lot of those trending actives are going to vanish, because लोगों को
Hmm.
बहुत साइड इफेक्ट्स दिख रहे हैं.
Right, right. So you're hopeful, like you'll
हाँ.
still be the pioneer in leading this journey of waterless shampoo and body wash. And I think you will truly disrupt this market as well. Um, just lastly, Bhavna, what is it that you want to tell the other founders? Because I see a deep conviction in spite the market not being ready, and you're still at it. If it is like even Gunjan said, if it is well marketed, it can truly disrupt this industry.
Yes.
Um, So,
But
what is that
right
one
now,
thing you want to tell the other founders or people who are still trying hard and feeling that, when are we going to make it the next big thing?
if you have conviction in your product, even though not in market, यहाँ market नहीं है, I can see some ray of light in US market because US में already concentrates का market है. People
That's so cool.
are sustainability conscious. India में when initially when we approached some sustainability influencers, they
Hmm.
rejected us because our product is in plastic tube. But they don't understand that पानी बचाया हमने, प्लास्टिक का वेस्ट रिड्यूस किया हमने with two plastic bottles.
With just like
हमें जो
one
trans
paste, you're not doing three bottles. Yeah.
there are more savings with that. इतना सारा हमने ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में कार्बन इमिशन कम कर रहे हैं क्योंकि हमारा एक ट्यूब दो प्रोडक्ट्स की वेट को बचा रहा है.
Right.
कार्बन इमिशंस आर लोअर. ओके. एंड स्टोरेज स्पेस हमारी बहुत कम होती है. मेरे एक छोटे से स्टोर रूम में मेरा पूरा स्टॉक आ जाता है. सो
So cool.
इतने सारे चैलेंजेस आप एक साथ अगर ओवरकम कर रहे हो, बट हाँ प्लास्टिक ट्यूब बहुत, मैंने पहले भी बताया, हमारी मजबूरी हो
Yeah,
गई थी
yeah,
क्योंकि
yeah.
कोई और ऑप्शन
Yeah.
अवेलेबल ही नहीं है मार्केट
Yeah.
में. यूएस में कुछ हैं ब्रांड्स जो एल्यूमिनियम ट्यूब के साथ कर रहे हैं.
Yeah.
एंड
You had spoken about that.
यू
Huh.
विल बी शॉक्ड अबाउट टू नो दैट उनके प्रोडक्ट की सिर्फ एक ही नेगेटिव रिव्यू है, एंड दैट्स द, क्योंकि वो एल्यूमिनियम ट्यूब फट जाती है, उसमें से पेस्ट नहीं
Right.
निकलता.
Right.
And that's our positive. And we are hopeful कि US में we will start our US journey soon. And we are hopeful
That
कि
is
Europe will show us some
amazing.
signs. Yes. So अभी
It,
इंडिया में we are
yeah.
not spending on marketing much.
Yeah.
मेटा नहीं कर रहे हैं अभी, हम ज़्यादा ads
Okay.
नहीं चला रहे हैं. We are going organic way. Contents
Okay.
बनाते हैं. I'm from design industry, so content making and designing is
Your
in
forte.
my, yeah. So
Yeah.
I have a team, ये सब कर रहे हैं. So if you have conviction in your product और आपको दिखता है कि यहाँ मार्केट नहीं है कहीं और है, please try to figure out कि कहाँ आप बेस्ट कर सकते हैं.
I think this is amazing, right? Like having that conviction, figuring out another marketplace, but an Indian woman founder doing this. Kudos to you, Bhavna. I think I
Thank
learned a
you.
lot from this journey of yours. I'm sure the viewers, in fact, Gunjan did say that, all the best for whatever you're doing. I truly am inspired by this entire conversation that we had. And there's something new that I've learned from you today. And yes, we are all rooting for you. So when
Thank
India
you
is
so much.
ready,
Mm.
we are all gonna come back to MINIWINI. But thank you so much, Bhavna, for coming on
Thank
this live
you,
and
and
sharing your journey.
thanks to you and Hen team, especially Ruchi and Priyanka, for creating such an awesome platform. I always get help from this community whenever I am in a problem. You are always
Yeah,
there to suggest me few solutions. Thank you, everyone.
I absolutely second that. All the very best, Bhavna. Was lovely talking to you.
Thank you. Same
And
here.
bye to all our viewers. We hope to see you in the next live again at 10. Have a great week ahead and bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, Bhavna.